All right, welcome back, boys and girls. We are going to do our next set of words, so get your paper and pencil out and get ready to write. All right, our first phonogram is E. Write it and say it while you write it. This is our E. E double E always says E. All right. The next one is R. What is it? Okay, write it and say it while you write it. That's R. Okay, the next one is aw that we do use at the end of English words. What is it? Okay. Write it and say it while you write it. Okay. This one has been tripping us up, so if you didn't get it, I want you to write it 2 more times and say it while you write it. This is aw that we do use at the end of English words. Okay, so if you didn't have that, pause the video, write it once, and then write it 2 more times, saying it while you write it. That's how it gets in your mind, is when you say it while you write it. Okay, the next one is or. What is it? Good, write that, say it while you write it. The next one is E at A. What are you going to write? Good, say it while you write it. All right, this is our E at A. Okay, now we're ready to do our words. The first word is feed. What's the word? Good. I need to feed my dog twice each day. Feed. What sounds do we hear in the word feed? Good. And our E is E double E. All right, which E do we use in feed? Good. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in feed. What do I need to write to spell it? Which E? Good. E double E always says E. All right, make sure you're starting your D over a space. Just below the dotted line, touch 2 on the clock. So you write a D instead of a B. So this is what it should look like. Let's go ahead and mark it. Does this need a marking? How about this? Good, we underline our E double E. Always says E. Let's see the sounds and put them together. Okay, let's see. I'll use feed in a sentence. I want you to tell me what part of speech it is in that sentence. Yes. Feed your dog every day. What part of speech was feed in that sentence? Good, it's a verb. It's something that you do. Feed is an irregular verb. That means we don't use our edit past tense ending to make it past tense. All right. So if you know the past tense of feed, tell it to me. Good. Fed. I fed my dog already today. Fed. What sounds do we hear in the word fed? Good. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right. Tell me what I need to write to spell fed. Good job. Let's mark it. There's nothing to mark in there, so let's say the sounds and put them together. All right, good job. The next word is barn. What's the word? The cow was in the barn. Barn. What sounds do we hear in the word barn? Good. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. Right, put your finger under the first phonogram in barn. What do I need to write to spell it? All right, good job. Let's mark it. Does this need a marking? Good, we underline our R. And how about that? Nope. Let's say the sounds and put them together. Okay, the next word is straw. What's the word? Yes. After I cleaned out the horse's pen, I put in fresh straw. Straw. Or you could also say, I will drink my drink through a straw. So straw is a homograph because it is spelled the same, but it has two different meanings. Wait, maybe it's a homonym. Anyway, one of those two. Okay. Straw. What sounds do we hear in the word straw? Good. One more time. It's aw. And we're going to use aw that we do use at the end of English words. Which aw are we using? Good. Write those sounds and see them while you write them. All right, now tell me what I need to write to spell straw. Which aw? Good. Aw that we do use at the end of English words. So this is what our straw should look like. Does it need a marking? Good, we underline our aw that we do use at the end of English words. And let's say the sounds and put them together. Good. The next word is corn. What's the word? Good. I like to eat fresh corn on the cob. Corn. What sounds do we hear in the word corn? Good. Write those sounds and say them while you write them. All right, what do we need to write to spell corn? Okay, make sure yours looks like mine. And let's mark it. Does this need a marking? Good, we underline our or. Let's see the sounds and put them together. Good. Our next word is beans. What's the word? Good. I put beans in my soup last night. Beans. What sounds do we hear in the word beans? Good. It's b-e-n-z. Beans. Okay. Our E is E-A. Which E are we going to use? Good. E-A. And then our Z at the end, since it's making it plural, is of course S-Z. Which Z do we use? Good. S-Z, because that's how we say more than one usually is, with a S-Z. All right. write beans and say the sounds while you write them. All right. Put your finger under the first phonogram in beans and tell me what I need to write to spell it. Which E? Good, E-A. And which Z is that? Good, Z. We'll say our sounds and put them together, or sorry, we'll mark it. Does it need a marking? Good, we underline our E-A. Does this need a marking? About this? It's not beans. It's not saying its first sound, it's beans. It's saying its second sound. So I've got to put a little 2 right on top there. And we'll say our sounds and put them together. Good. Our last word is carrots. What's our word? I juiced some carrots this morning. That's actually true. I did. Carrots. Carrots is a 2-way word. To spell it, we say care-rots. How do we say carrots to spell it? Good, care-rots. How many syllables are in the word care-rots? Show me. Good, there are 2 syllables in care-rots. Our first syllable is care. What sounds do we hear in the syllable care? Okay, our first syllable, care, k, a, r. One more time, k, a, r. Go ahead and write that first syllable, care, and say it while you write it. Okay, our second syllable is rots. What's our second syllable? Good. And what sounds do we hear in the syllable rots? Good. It's r, a, t, z, rots. And the z, it's making it plural, so it's good. It's s, z. All right, write that second syllable rots. Say the sounds while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in care-rots. What does it say? Which is good. Z. Okay, make sure your care-rots looks like mine. Carrots. Okay, and boys and girls, I'm sorry, I made a mistake. I had to go and check my book. This is, sorry, it's carrots. I was confused about whether our was saying its first or second sound, but carrots, it's saying its first sound, so I'm sorry about that. Let's go ahead and mark our word. Does this need a marking? How about this? How about this one? Right, so we haven't seen this for a while, but we don't hear 2 r's in the word carrots. This one is just here to close the syllable and keep the vowel from saying its name. It's silent, so we're going to double underline it. Does this need a marking? Okay, good. So we'll say their sounds and put them together. Okay, so to spell it, we say care-rots. When we're speaking, we say carrots. Care-rots, carrots. So which phonogram in our second syllable is going to get a thinking cap? Good, it's our o-oo. All right, so one more time, how do we say the word carrots to spell it? Good, carrots, carrots. Let's see. Okay, we've got time for one more word. We'll go ahead and do the month that we're in right now. We're in the month of April. So our word is April. What's the word? Good. So April is, well, first of all, it is a proper noun. So that means we need to start it with what kind of letter? Good, a capital letter. It's also a two-way word. We say April when we're speaking. To spell it, we say April. How do we say April to spell it? Good. How many syllables are in April? Show me. Good, there are 2 syllables. Our first syllable is A. What's our first syllable? Good. For our first syllable A, we're going to use a, What lets our a, say A? Right, our whole rule is A, E, O, and U usually say A, E, O, U, or U at the end of a syllable, but we could also just say it's at the end of a syllable, or we call that, right, an open syllable. Good. So make sure you capitalize that first letter in our proper noun. All right. The second syllable is prill. What sounds do we hear in the syllable prill? Good. Our second syllable, it's pr, e, ul. Don't forget your syllable mark. Go ahead and write April and see the sounds while you write them. Okay, put your finger under the first phonogram in April. What does it say? Do I use a lowercase a? No, right, I have to use a capital A. What's next? Okay, let's see. Let's go ahead and mark it. Does this need a marking? Yeah, it's saying its name. We need to underline it. How about this? All right, we'll say our sounds and put them together. Good. So to spell April, what do we say? Good, we say April. But when we're talking, we say April. So which phonogram is going to get our thinking cap? Good, it's our I-E. Go ahead and put that in there. So one more time, how do I say April to spell it? Good, April. All right, nice work today, boys and girls. I will see you next time.